وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ.
That we get more of your input on this, to kind of keep it pure. So that's what we're going to end up doing is we're going to do the preview, which is I'm going to get the crux of this in a short 600 word blurb, and put that in the paper, and then we'll do a follow-up and a full profile, which will be closer to 1,000 to 200 words, so almost double the length. Following on Friday or following next week.
Okay. So, what do you have so far?
Several. So, we got into. I got most of your background here. I got the message of. We're writing misconceptions. We're breaking schemas. We're busting down. All these misconceived notions they're causing fear and mistrust.
Yes.
And that we're doing that for all faiths, creeds, religions. It's not about
religions. It's not about religions. It's about humanity.
Right. I didn't actually write religions on that. Just kind of word.
No, what I'm saying is if the religion is going to be the problem right now, then I'm going to show you that in Islam, we don't promote that. Like, if we go back, we said no compulsion on religion.
I did get that down.
And call onto the way. I can give you the exact words from the Quran if you
I would actually appreciate that very much. So I would
yeah.
actually put that in the article.
Absolutely. And so we talked about the compulsion on religion. We talked about how call onto the way of God. Even if you want to invite people to Islam, invite them with advice and wisdom. And if they debate with you, debate with them with a better word. So does that fit the character of a terror attack?
Not at all.
Now, when Muhammad immigrated from Mecca 1,500 years ago to Medina, now we gotta know what was in Medina. In Medina there were several tribes. There was a tribe called Aus.
I'm sorry, did we start the video again? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna make sure I get this.
We can make this all over again if you
want. I won't force you to start back from the beginning, because I do have it in the notes.
Okay.
Unless you would like to start from the beginning.
Next time?
We could go back over this time. Why don't we start from the beginning here?
Right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Would you mind? I think for time purposes we can actually go back over that for the full profile. Right now, this is more like an overview.
Okay.
So
since it's an overview,
it's a preview. So I'm gonna be overviewing, and then we're gonna do a full profile the next article.
Okay.
So yeah. So this is basically I want the full gist of the group, the movement,
okay.
And then so that's what this main one will be on, and then we'll get more in depth for the next article.
Right. So the main idea of the group is corrections for misconceptions, promoting moderation of Islam, the moderation of Islam, showing people that Islam is a very moderate religion, for the purpose of psychological well-being, for the purposes of business well-being, for every good purpose you can think of, and the tools that I'm using verses from the Quran, I'm using teachings of Muhammad, and I'm using what the media portrays. I'm using also what other people say about Muhammad, and that will come to further snippets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some video snippets on YouTube, work on maybe one video a week to talk about some certain misconceptions. Now, I want to go back to the story that I was saying. When Muhammad immigrated, this is very important for people to know, because it will just give you a perspective of how Islam started. It started with coexistence. So when he was oppressed in Mecca, and he was obligated to escape and immigrate to Medina, to a place called Yathrib. The place that he was going to is called Yathrib, okay, which you can spell as Y-A-T-H-R-I-B. Okay? In this place called Yathrib, there was several tribes. There's a tribe called Aus, Khazraj. There were the new Muslims that live in Yathrib, and there was also tribes of the Jewish faith. There was a tribe in Arabic called Banu Nadir, and Bani Qurayda, and maybe another small tribe. And also there were the Muslims that are immigrated to go to that place, Yathrib. And there, everybody gave, the Muslims, the people that convert Islam or revert Islam, gave pledge to Muhammad ﷺ, peace be upon him, that, we will live together here as one whole community. Now, what did he do? Now, the Aws and Khazraj always fight together. There's like, you know, Protestant and Catholics, Shia, Sunni, unfortunately. And so there was already tension in that place that he was going to. So in order for him, and he's coming already a ruler, so in order for him to make everybody feel happy, guess what he did? The first thing he did is he called a town, he gave the town a name, because he cannot call it the Muslim town. He did not call it Allah town. He did not call it Muhammad's town. Guess what he called it? The town. The town. What does that promote? It's for everybody. It's for the people that live in this town and the people that immigrated to this town in order to live their life without oppression. They chose a certain religion and they were oppressed to change it. It's their right to keep their religion. Just like it's everybody's right to keep their religion. And from the Quran, another verse says, Muhammad told the people, I'm not here to make you, force you to be Muslims. But you have your religion and I have mine, which is a sign of peace and coexistence. Another story that is very important. Muhammad was trying to make his uncle a Muslim. He was like, uncle, please, you know, just say, you know, he's like, no, I know you're right, but I can't say it because it's not the religion of my forefathers. And what happened is another verse of the Quran revealed to Muhammad said, you can never guide who you love. It is up to God who gets the guidance, who doesn't. So it's pretty much saying that all you gotta just give the message. Whoever believes it. Whoever doesn't believe it. Does that fit the character of terror attack? No, it doesn't. It's zero. There's no comparison. Another story. Islam forbids in times of war to hurt civilians. If I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger as a civilian, off the record, if I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger walking down a civilian, he's so strong, I'll not hurt him, he's a civilian. So we're not supposed to, so back to the record, we're not supposed to hurt civilians. Children, women, old people, not old people, but I mean like, you know, the elders.
Right.
Destroy churches or temples. We're not supposed to do that. And guess who died in 9/11? All these different species. And also Muslims. So they killed Muslims. So does that fit the characters and teaching of Islam? No. One other factor is suicide is forbidden in Islam. Suicide is forbidden in Islam, no matter what the cause is. It's just period. Suicide is forbidden, right? Now, if you go blow yourself in a building, what is that? Does that fit the character of Islam? It doesn't, unfortunately. So from there, because of all these misconceptions, I feel obligated, and with the knowledge that I have and the connections that I can make with the Western and the Eastern, my people and your people, which we're all one people should be, because we fall under humans.
Exactly.
Right? So, and also, by the way, another important factor that I have to bring out, differences is very important in life. We have to be different. Imagine if everything you see is the same. If every knowledge, the world will be constricted and limited. But because we're different, everything, you know, comes up from the world. Like, who were the first people to make hospitals? I think it was the Arabs. The numbers that you're writing right now, you see 1, 2, 3, these are Arabic numbers. Did you know that? Yeah? A lot of people don't know that. And this is what we should talk about, you know, hey, you know, we've invented that, you've invented that. We can compete in that sense. Honorable, noble competing, you know, competition, not to show that I'm better than you or overpower you. Because power, if you look in any, power does not really help facilitate. You have to be powerful to defend yourself. But, you know, you can't make people love you by power.
Exactly. That's not something that would be forced in competition. I like what you said. About it. It's not about being better so much as it's about sharing.
It's not sharing. And I could be better. I'm better than you in basketball, but you could be better than me in soccer.
Right.
You know, and these are all.
And then so when we come together, then we're both good at soccer and basketball. Yeah. You know, it's a very healthy concept.
Exactly. And to share, we can share things without being obligated to do it. What if I don't want to give you what's mine? You know, people are different. People can see things differently. And in Islam, we think differences between us is mercy. Because this differences elicits a lot of inventions, it elicits a lot of new ideas, it elicits a lot of solutions to problems. Believe it or not, differences can cause solutions to problems.